All right, welcome in to the Tusketeer Hogcast. I am Bones,
And I'm Buck.
and we have Buck.
We just can't seem to get everybody here.
No camo this week, I guess. Last week it was no Buck, but this week it is no camo, so that's all right. We can do like we did last week, and just the party must go on.
The show must continue.
The show must go on. Hey, I want to talk about the Razorbacks just right out of the gate.
Really?
Because that's what we are.
I thought, oh man,
we are
this
Arkansas
is a golfing show. I thought
Razorback podcast. I just want to give a shout out to the Hogs and Heifers Sports Bar and Grill in Clinton, Arkansas, for not only just the great food and the great service, but the atmosphere that they consistently have every weekend is far superior than anything in Conway, in my opinion. So if you don't know about Hogs and Heifers Sports Bar and Grill in Clinton, Arkansas, take the short drive on Highway 65 to Clinton and get your rear.
Depends where they're at. I mean,
get your rear down there. Yeah, I mean, depends on where you're at. For us, it's only about 15 minutes, so not too bad. 20.
It's about 10 minutes running through the woods.
Just you go right through them woods. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So no, we were there. If you follow us on TikTok, we uploaded a video. The band that was playing Saturday needed someone to call the Hogs, and well,
I volunteered your buddy over here.
Old Bones just got up there and just called him.
You weren't going to volunteer if it was a no. Come on,
I was going.
I don't know about that.
So yeah, we got up there and Buck filmed and. Man, it was a packed house. Band was playing, baseball, basketball was going. And like I mentioned on TikTok, I'm not saying we helped them win, but they both won after we called the Hogs.
Coincidence?
So that's what I'm thinking.
Think so.
That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, I mean, 92-85 against Missouri. We show up. First half was a little sloppy, to say the least.
I mean,
I heard they got a pretty good. Heard they got a pretty good talking to at halftime. Did you hear that? Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
The assistant coach, I can't remember his name. Glasses.
Yep.
Anyway, he was apparently had a few choice words for the team at halftime, and they were talking about that on the radio yesterday.
Do we know what he said?
Probably, some F's.
So there's no video of him.
Oh, there's a video. I haven't found it. I don't know where it's at, but I do know it is circulating, and I'd like to get our hands on it, and we could probably share it on our socials. But yeah, I mean, so they came out, took care of business, had started making shots.
Finally,
which is what we needed, obviously. But I predicted a lower score. But rarely do I feel like if the game goes into the high 80s that we have a chance. But we did Saturday.
This team's turning a new leaf offensively. I don't know what happened since our point guard Boogie Flynn went down. I don't know what changed because he was our best player by far. I still think he's our best player. I think it's forced everybody else to step up in different roles.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they were all uncomfortable in the previous roles, and I think that might have something to do with it. I still wish Adu would show up. I don't know where he's at. I don't even know if he's on the team anymore. I mean, has he shown up at one game for us?
He dresses out.
Yeah, he plays a couple
minutes. He had a couple points against Mizzou.
I don't even see him on the floor.
We'll check the old box
he had 15 minutes, 2 for 2, 5 rebounds. I mean, just 6 points.
Yeah.
Nothing special. That's a good game
6 points
for him.
Yeah, it's good for him.
Here lately. Billy Richmond, again, he's a spark plug, man. He comes off the bench, and I'm telling you, he energizes our team every time. We get a defensive stop, and he's flying up the court. I mean, he's gone.
Yeah.
And if he's not scoring, he's passing to someone that is.
Yeah, he only had 4 points. He had 3 assists and 5 rebounds.
And if you're really
he only played 11 minutes out of the game.
But if you're really watching it, those 11 minutes, I mean, he's all out effort. Defensively, he might make, the freshman mistakes, but he's one of my favorite players on the team for sure. Knox, he's been good for us all season. What a stud.
Yeah.
I mean, for
14
a freshman.
Points, yeah.
Yeah, he's been solid for us all season. Of course, Thero, he's been there all season long. I mean, he's probably our best player consistently. If he had another good game, I think he's the key
leading
for
scorer,
us.
20 points, yeah.
For us to make a run.
7 for 7 on his free throws. Yeah, that he showed up.
6 for 8, 20 points, 4 rebounds. Yep. I mean, I like DJ Wagner. He had 17 points.
Yeah, Wagner stepped up in a huge way. John L's hit or miss. I think between Wagner and then like you said, he got Knox with a little spark. And then of course Thero now. Unfortunately, Thero's hurt, so we're not going to see him tonight for sure. He's out tonight.
Yep.
Possibly.
Do you know what the issue is exactly?
I thought he got it was his knee. I thought he hurt his knee in that game because he walked out. You saw him going to the locker room, didn't return.
Now the reports I read, it's just one game. This game.
Yeah. I think that's they're
taking a precaution.
I think it's a precautionary measure, but also it might, since you have to release it every week, you might just go week by week. Of course, we play Saturday too, so
we're going to need them Saturday.
We'll see. The reports have to come out on, I guess, tonight, which is, which we saw that he was on the list of the injured list. But yeah, I mean, Thero coming out, 11 points. He's fun to watch. I like watching him, Wagner. And when Big Z's playing good, I like watching Big Z.
Well, when he's hitting shots, because he needs to still, I think, go down low a little bit more. He needs to obviously gain some muscle on him. But, yeah, when he's hitting shots, he's hard to stop.
Yeah.
And it's hard to stop our offense because it forces their centers and their power forwards out to cover the three-point line. And it makes them honest. And that creates driving lanes for Davis, for Wagner, for Thero, for all of them.
Yeah.
And they drive to the hole at will, especially Wagner. He is the fastest player on the court when he wants to be with the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
He can get by anybody. But
yeah. Just shifting gears, still on Saturday, Hogs baseball down in Arlington playing TCU. 2-1. That was a fun game to watch. Again at Hogs and Heifers there. And then
we won Sunday.
Won Sunday 8-6 against Michigan, and then today 14-3 in 7. Only took 7 innings today. Baseball team looks good. We've already played we've played some teams. I would say Kansas State, not that bad of a team. TCU, a ranked opponent.
What was the one game we lost? What was the score?
3-2, Kansas State.
That's the only type of games we're going to lose is if their pitcher, the opposing pitcher, outpitches our amazing pitchers, because we have the best pitching staff, or one of the best in the country.
For sure. But Josh mentioned, or Camo rather, he mentioned something last week. I don't know if you were able to go back and watch it, but he mentioned something last week about the fans already. We lose, already complaining about the baseball team.
Complaining about what?
Give them a chance, Like after we lost,
what are they complaining about?
After we lost to Kansas State, I saw one guy. I'm not going to name his name, but I'm friends with him on Facebook, and he was commenting on. He made a post.
Call him out.
No, he's an older guy. Okay. But he was on Facebook ranting. He was on the pages just talking about our bats, and it's the same thing every year. And I'm just done watching the team. I'm like, man, we're 4 games into to the season.
Right. I mean, I understand his point because that has been the problem. It seems like every year for our baseball team is like we can't seem to get our bats going at the right time. The one year we almost did, and then we couldn't catch a pop fly. But let's not talk about that.
Yeah, but I mean, we've played up until then, up until the games down in Texas.
Start.
We played 4 games, 2 of which we run ruled them in 7 and 12. You know, we scored 30. It was like 36 points total out of those 4 games, and then yeah, we drop it 3-2, 2-1, or win 2-1, and then we score 8 against Michigan. You know, and then 14 today.
What is concerning me? We're winning, but we're winning tight games, and we're not scoring very much. And again, to his point, I'm just whoever this guy is. I'm about back
14 today.
Yeah, today against who?
What Grambling say
exactly? But against a good team, we cannot put up points, and that has been our downfall in the past. And I really hope it's not our downfall this year because I think it's a different team, obviously. But
the SEC is stacked. I mean, sure. It always Every is sport. In baseball, but man, this year, I mean, 1, 2, I think all the top 5 teams are now SEC. You know, I think Tennessee got in there. You know, Florida. I hadn't seen the rankings.
Sounds like football. Heck, basketball's getting that way too.
Yeah. So just looking at the D1, so you've got Texas A&M, LSU, Tennessee, Arkansas, and then North Carolina. So Arkansas, that's 4, and then it jumps to number 6, Georgia, number 8, Florida State. So 7 of the top 10 are SEC baseball teams. So it's we know that. Football's the same. I feel like it's
basketball's the same.
Basketball's the same now. You know, and now baseball. We are in the toughest conference
for sure
in college sports.
I've heard talks from fans saying they're wanting out of the SEC. What do you think about that?
I don't like that. I think just because you move one problem to another doesn't necessarily means you're improving yourselves. You're just ignoring what's in front of you. And so if we move, let's say we move to the Big 12. Let's say we win 10 games. I'm talking football here. Let's say we win 10 games. We get into the playoffs. Well, we're going to play. Who are we going to play? We're going to play SEC school,
Alabama,
and then
LSU.
Then where we at? We're Texas. Right back in the bucket, and it's going to be.
But
it's just going to be.
It's going to get us better recruits to make that type of game, and recruits are going to see. I don't know. It's a tough call, but I personally like being in the SEC just for the competition because you have something to look forward to almost every.
Oh yeah, I don't.
In every,
I don't want to get out of the SEC. I love it.
I mean, even tonight we're playing a middle of the road, middle of the pack SEC team, Texas.
Well,
but I'm looking forward to it. We hate Texas.
Yeah, we hate Texas.
We beat them last time. They're going to want to beat us, and we have our best player.
And we're on the bubble, so we have something to play for. Texas doesn't have any really good quad wins like we do.
They could still make it.
Well, they could. We're at the same record. We're both 16-11.
I think South Carolina is the only one that's like 100%.
But they're just not on the bubble talks, like I've seen us and others.
But we weren't either a couple weeks before that Kentucky win.
You're right. But I just feel like we've got a little bit more to play for than Texas does, and we're wanting to win. I mean, no matter what, no matter who's on the bubble, who's not, it's Texas, and we want to beat Texas.
We got to protect home court for sure. We've not played good at home.
We have not played good at home. I'm
kind of worried about tonight. But we have one of the easiest remaining schedules. Now, it's not easy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying it's the easiest out of all the SEC teams schedules left.
After here, we play South Carolina, Vandy, and then Mississippi State. Mississippi State's the only ranked team.
And they're barely in that.
Yeah.
By far the easiest schedule. I think it was the second easiest from all the teams, but
yeah. So let's just move on to tonight because there are some people watching our live. So appreciate y'all out there if you're watching. I was looking with my buddy at work today, Tyler Bradley. Shout out T-Bone.
You got a nickname for everybody.
Bet Saracen. If you're on Bet Saracen, here's what I want you to do. This is a lock. This is the Bones lock of the week. There is a prop bet on a special prop bet on who's going to win the opening tip-off tonight. Is it going to be Arkansas or Texas? Okay. The stat that we looked at that we've won, I think it was 80% of the tip-offs this year thus far. and it's minus 105.
You know why, right?
Go in there, yeah, because of Z.
I mean, come on. He's 17.
So go in there. I don't care. Bet $500. And you
Man,
win.
you're going to lose
win.
some people some money tonight, and they're going to be coming for your head.
If you bet 500, you'll make damn near 500 back, and now you've got a G.
If y'all bet 500 on that and lose it,
I'm just saying, if there were some people out there that wanted to pull their money,
I'll send
go.
Send them his address.
let's pull some money. But it's
I agree with you. Yeah.
That's a prop bet. That's an easy bet.
Who's their center?
Who is Texas center?
Who's jumping against them?
He's 6. I looked at it. He is 6'10". The 6'11" is the tallest guy they've got on their roster. Jamie Vincent or Caden Shedrick. And Shedrick is averaging 10 points against Arkansas. That's a fun little stat.
They've played us once.
Well, he's averaging 10 points.
You can't average with one game.
Okay.
He had 10 points against this last game.
Against us. Okay.
You can't average with one game.
Points per game versus Arkansas is 10. Let me just get politically correct here. For Buck. But yeah, no, I'm saying lock it. Lock that in. Take it in. Take it to the bank. Where's Camo?
I'm going to lock in John L. Davis is having a 25-plus
don't
point.
say John L. Davis. That triggers some Razorback fans.
Just say it again.
Johnny Davis or John L. Davis.
John L.
Don't
Davis.
say John L. That's bad. We don't like John L.
Smile.
We don't like people named John L. His name is John Davis.
Yeah, he's a football coach, though. I mean, come on now. Anyway, he's going to have 25-plus tonight. I'm thinking he might go for 30, 35.
You think
and he's going to be shooting
lights
out. He's going to have to. We've got our main guy down.
Wagner's going to step up.
He's going to step up. I mean, that's obvious. I think he will. It's Davis. If he steps up and has the game like I think he's going to have, then we're going to win. But if he doesn't, I don't see the points coming from anybody else because we got to have 3. So we got a Vicic and we got Wagner. Where's the other person?
Yeah.
Davis has to be.
Davis has to step up because Thero's leading points for us, points and rebounds. So someone's going to have to step up, and I think you're right. I like it.
It's going to have
John
to
L.
be.
Davis to step up on a big game tonight.
All the other guys are just like role player guys. John L. Davis is making, don't quote me on this, but I've heard he's making about $1 million. I mean, come on. He's making the most on the team. He's got to show up in these moments.
Steve, you don't worry about how much I bet on that. You just take it to the bank and call me in the morning.
Steve who?
Oh, Steve Sawyer. No, that's our Wes's neighbor down there.
Oh, okay. Tennessee fan?
No, that's Scott. Scott done moved up to NWA. He got out of the cul-de-sac.
I'm terrible.
Man, once I moved out of the cul-de-sac, just everyone's kind of went their own ways.
Why don't you make your own cul-de-sac?
Well, let's do it. Yeah. So, all right. Score predictions, but let's hear it. What do you think?
I'm gonna let you go first. I want to hear yours first.
I need to have that on the soundboard.
You go first. I want to hear yours first.
Even though I just said I'm gonna kind of contradict myself a little bit here, which is okay. You can do that, folks. I did say that once it gets in the high 80s, I don't feel like we have much of a chance, but I'm kind of thinking with you. I wasn't thinking John L's going to have the breakout. I hope he does, but I was more leaning toward my boy 2-1 DJ Wagner.
He's obviously
going to have to step up and play one of his best games thus far of the year. And I'm going to go. I think we're going to have a high scoring game. I'm going to go back to the high 80s. I'm going to say 89-76.
89-76.
I think we D up.
13-point win.
I think we D up and we beat them by 13 at home. Hopefully,
you think we're going to get out to like a 20-something point lead?
I think
we'll almost screw it up.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think we'll in the second half we'll have a run, and then it'll start getting a little dicey. But then about 3 minutes left, we'll pull away.
Seems like no matter who's our coach in basketball, especially. It's always basketball. We always jump out to big leads, and don't matter in the past 20-something years I've been watching Arkansas basketball. we always mess it up. And if we don't mess it up, we almost mess it up. I mean, we come really
Hey, they
close.
don't call them the heart attack hogs for no reason, bub.
How much were we up the other night when everybody was over
23?
And then I said something, of
24?
course. I said, it's just like, hey, look who's calling.
Is it Josh?
It's
Here,
Josh. How do I connect?
Here, get
Hang
your
on, Josh.
Get your go to your Bluetooth. Go to your Bluetooth settings.
I'm trying.
And look for the Roadcaster.
He's gonna say something.
But Camo's calling in, so while we get paired up, we'll do a little filibuster.
Well, let's go ahead and finish while I'm trying to connect. Hang on, Camo. Let me connect. What was it called?
It's called
Roadcaster.
Roadcaster, yeah. Are you on?
I'm on. All right,
Camo, can you hear us?
Hang on, he hasn't called yet.
Oh.
I'm calling him.
There we go. We can hear it.
See if he answers.
We're trying to get Camo on. He just here he is. Camo, can you hear us?
What do you say, boys?
Hey, this is Roy D. Mercer.
R.I.P.
I'm calling about your painting you got down there.
I got a 55-gallon drum of ass with me.
How big a boy are you? By God.
Well, Camo, I don't know if you heard, but
By the way, God rest his soul. Roy D. Mercer died, I think, like a week or two ago.
He did.
Yeah, he did. I heard that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Well, Camo, I gave a 89-76 score prediction.
I was in the middle of mine. Let me go ahead and finish mine.
Buck was in the middle of his.
So I think we're going to win. We're going to find a way. I think it's going to be tight. I think we're going to have to come from behind. I don't think we're going to start out good. We're going to be all kinds of sorts of messed up with Thero out. We're going to find a way, though, and we're going to win 79-78.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to start writing this down.
Game.
I'm going to start writing this down. That way.
I just think we're going to be out of sorts with our best player. I mean, we've already got our best player out, Boogie. Now we've got our second best player, Thero, out. We're going to be all kinds of jumbled up, trying to search for answers on offense. So
I agree.
Where you at, Josh?
I'm on the road. I'm about home.
But what'd you say? What was your score?
79-78.
I was watching you guys, so I figured I'd chime in on at least the prediction part of the
you kept calling me. I was trying to connect.
People wanting to know where you're at, commenting on here, asking where's Camo at. I said, you tell me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, daggone.
I just figured, you weren't really where you said you were.
I'm a hard man to find, I tell you.
I think he went to a Taylor Swift concert tonight or something like that.
So, no, I'm definitely not a Swiftie. Definitely not a Swiftie.
Well, let's hear it. Let's hear your take on it there, Camo.
Well, I think Buck kind of hit it on the head. We're out. Boogie Flan, our best player, second best player's out. What's left there to do but then to defend? You got to hang your hat on the defensive end of the floor tonight of any night of the year so far, to me.
Yep.
I think if this game gets in the 70s, low 80s, it's not a recipe for us. I mean, I think we're going to have to win this game in the high 60s, low 70s at most.
So I don't know if
it gets to be the score matchup. I don't know if we can keep up with them with Thero out.
So I don't know if you heard earlier on my take on who's going to have to step up. The one player on our team, it's got to be Davis. I mean, you expect Wagner to play well. You expect Ivica to keep doing what he's been doing. But there's nobody else to step up and score other than Davis. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it'd be a good night for Davis to get really hot to where we can just keep feeding him at the three and he just keeps knocking them down. That's one scenario. But what I think we're going to have to do is win a very ugly basketball game. We're going to have to drive to the line, try to get fouls, draw some contact, and try to beat them in the little parts of the game, which is rebounding, defense, turnovers, making your free throws, getting to the line. It's not pretty basketball, but it could be efficient basketball if you do it right.
Can I change my score prediction?
Yeah.
I've agreed with a lot of things Josh has said, and I think it's going to be a hard fought win, but I think it's going to be a little bit lower scoring. I'm going to say 69-68, 10 points less.
I think that's that's in line about what I think.
I agree. It's going to have
needs
to be a gutted win for us tonight.
It needs to be that for us to come out, on top.
I just can't see it being pretty tonight and us coming out on top,
So
Camo,
the
only way it's pretty is if Davis gets really hot. I'm gonna say I really want to pick Texas because I really think it's gonna be hard for us to win. I think it's a tough.
I'm about to hang up on the rest. I'm about to hang the phone up right now.
All right, but I'm gonna pick the Hogs. I'm gonna lean on my Hogs tonight. I'm gonna say 70-67 Hogs. And Davis knocks a 3 down with 19 seconds left to win the game.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm still a little upset about what you really wanted to do is pick that burnt orange.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it in his voice. His mind saying burnt orange, and immediately was like, where's the red button?
I just
end call. We must have lost service with you there, Josh.
Yeah, you going through a tunnel? You going through the Bobby Hopper?
No, I ain't that far north.
Well, I mean, I like it when we all pick the Hogs. I mean, there's been we are a Razorback and Arkansas Razorback podcast, but guess what? We're not a Arkansas Razorback media outlet, and we're not all the way biased. We're a little biased, but we're not all the way.
I'm definitely
We're going to speak the truth most of the time.
Maybe tonight I am.
How we feel about the Hogs, whether it be basketball, baseball, or especially football. But we all don't just go across the board picking the Hogs every game, which is why I like it.
Especially in football.
That's what I like.
You got to be reasonable in football. Y'all aren't half the time, but I am.
Well,
you're a doubter.
I mean, time out. I got the record perfect in almost every game. I missed one, right?
I have to go back and look.
Josh missed 2 or something like that, and you missed a bunch.
Well,
because you had us at 8 or 9 wins.
Well, we've got 1 minute till tip off.
Where does it say? Arkansas ESPN app for those watching the ESPN
tip
app.
Off at 8:10. So we got a little bit of time, but Camo, thoughts on the baseball team and their performance through Texas and then today?
I think they're studying it out. I really like that. I hate the Gage Wood went down.
Yeah.
He's breaking up.
Yeah. Camo, we're losing you and might have already lost you. But yeah, I mean, Gage Wood out for just a little bit. He had an MRI. Doesn't look like it's going to be a lengthy recovery time or anything, just maybe a week or so. So,
and he's our starter or closer.
You there, Camo? We got you.
He's a starter.
Okay. Yeah, he was a closer back at one point, wasn't he? Or they had him as a reliever last year.
McIntyre's been closing.
I'm saying last year. I'm pretty sure Gage was a reliever, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Now they're saying 3 to 6 weeks with an impingement in shoulder.
What does that even mean?
That's several weeks.
I must have read an early report and said it was just about a week or so, but now, yeah, here we are. Okay, it updated at 6:50 p.m. So yeah, I read the earlier report today where it didn't look too bad, but 3 to 6 weeks.
So, Bones, why don't you go ahead and repeat what you were saying about that one guy on Facebook and you didn't want to call him out? And because we need to get in that conversation real quick with him.
Camo, I was kind of touching on what we spoke about last week. Give the teams a chance. I mean, don't go, this early on in the season with one loss and start bitching and complaining about we lost a game. It's because of our bats. Well, 2 out of the first 4 games we run ruled them, and then we just run ruled a team today in 7. Out of all the games we've played, 3 of them we've ended in 7 innings. So You know.
Yep.
But they were on there
I
yammering
think,
on their Facebook about, just giving up on the team already.
You can't score 10 runs every game. You just can't. Sometimes baseball's a lot like basketball. You got to just gut out an ugly win. Sometimes your bats are not working, and you got to play good defense, pitch well, and win a 4-3 ball game, or a 2-1 ball game. Sometimes you don't get it done, but I really like where we are. I think we're going to really do some things.
Yeah, I do too.
So you don't see this continuing with higher competition, and our pitching staff can't save us every game. We might can wish and hope for the best for that to happen, but our bats are going to have to get hot for us to make a run into Omaha. And y'all both know that. Y'all are baseball guys.
But we're not going to just stay. I mean, we're just like the rest of the competition. We're going to get better as the season goes on.
We've gotten worse hitting as the season went on before. A couple years back.
I think we're going to be fine.
Well, I'm just saying, there's some concern. I see that guy's point on Facebook. There's some concern. The bats aren't there right now. The pitching is, but you expected that. The pitching's winning these games so far, and the bats need to get going.
I feel like the bats are where they need to be at for the first part of the season.
On in the season.
I agree with that. I'm not too concerned with it, but it's a little concerning because kind of like this, same old story, same old Hogs. Every sport.
Yeah.
Just like football this coming year. I mean, we got about 5 wins with us,
We fell short the last couple of years in baseball, but
we fell short in every sport.
We underachieved. And I wanted to talk about this. If I would have made it tonight, this is the one thing I wanted to mention. If you look at football in the SEC, I would say it was a down year for football in SEC. Now you look at basketball, what SEC's doing in basketball, and now you look at it baseball. I think 6 of the top 10 teams in baseball are in the SEC. So we're dominating.
7 of the top 10.
There as well. 7 of the top 10. Okay, I stand corrected. I know you can let football be what it is. I don't know why that is. But as far as basketball and baseball, we're clearly showing what the SEC is made of this year.
I think things are changing in football. I think
it's pretty.
Saban is gone, and now it's all open, and that means open for other conferences to win the championships. And
I think NIL's changing it as well.
That too, for sure.
Because there's some teams in the Pac-12, there's teams in the Big 10 and Big 12 that's got some money.
ACC.
They can, and the ACC, they can pay these guys. And, back when it was just recruiting and just about the coaches and just about the program, just about, all the cool stuff that the SEC had to offer. Well, yeah, you wanted to go play for an SEC school then. But now that you can get paid, it's up to the highest bidder.
And ironically,
you may not want to go to SEC school.
Ironically, that's why Saban quit, I think, is because of this. I think he would have won a couple more years. He would have won a couple more years if it wasn't for all that.
Let me just.
We got a couple minutes.
Let me just transition back to baseball. We have played 8 games so far. We have scored 61 runs. That's averaging 7.6.
I was wondering what you were doing.
Runs a
Josh,
game.
He's been over here tapping on this calculator for the past 5 minutes.
Our bats aren't there. We're averaging 7 runs a game. And people are bitching. What the heck?
Yeah.
I
know.
Excuse my language.
Hey, didn't all 3 of us, I'll admit I said it, all 3 of us said the season was over about 5 games ago in basketball, didn't we? Now,
when we
here we are in the tournament as of today. So, what do y'all think about that?
Stuff happens.
I stand corrected on that as well, because I think 6-7 games ago, I told Buck in the group message that we weren't going to make the tournament, but I'm thinking we will now. So
we're in.
Well, we got to win tonight, and I think we've got 4 games left this game, and then 3.
Yep, we've got to win 2 of them.
We've got to win 2 or 3 of them.
2 of them. That's it.
2 of the 4. Two
of the
four
four,
gets
and we're
us
in. And I think we easily can do that.
I think we could easily win out.
It's
Yeah, we
Texas,
could.
South Carolina, Vanderbilt, and Mississippi State. I mean, the easiest teams you can have almost in the
If
SEC.
we win out and get to 20 games, we're in. Like we're
By the
in.
time we play Mississippi
so
State,
y'all you think 18 games gets us in?
with the
18 wins?
Here we are right now, warming up. With the schedule we've had, for sure. This is one of the toughest schedules in basketball history, in conference history. We've never seen anything like this. So
Definitely
Hey, Buck,
stout.
I'm looking at you. Buck and Bones, I'm looking at you from a different perspective tonight. We need some hog decor on that corner wall there.
corner wall. What's he talking about?
Over here?
Over here or over there?
Right there.
You ugly some bitches.
Yeah. I mean, I've got some damn paintings and some pictures we could hang up there.
I liked it when we had the black.
The studio has the paintings and pictures.
I like the black curtains, but I know this is your house.
I got tired of the
You might
things.
not want
I
black
want some
curtains in your living
sunlight coming in my damn house. I mean, come on, man.
I hear you. Fair enough.
I'm a caveman. Less light, the better.
I just think that's the best.
I like natural
decor
light.
right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Cool. Where'd you buy that at?
Where'd I buy it at? Your mom's house.
Hadn't heard that one before.
Caleb, I thought you were a Coors guy or a Budweiser guy. I didn't know you like natural light.
That was a good one. I mean, I like a little Budweiser. I've been drinking a lot of Coors Banquets lately.
Let me just say, Josh, he wasn't going to get up there and call them hogs.
Yes, I was.
I had to raise my hand and say, this guy over here,
well,
this guy over
I was
here.
already looking. They said, I need someone to call the hogs. And I turned around, and the lady
Megan
behind
knows. If Megan's watching, she
the lady
knows. She was
behind
there.
me, they were trying to get her up there because it was her birthday, but she didn't go. And so I was like, hell, I'll get up and do it.
Yeah, because of me.
Oh, golly.
I was the one raising my hand for you.
Buck's the most I told you so and I'm right guy I've ever met.
That's the truth. I'm just saying the truth.
Well, hey, Camo, drive safe. Hate that you're not here with us, but understand.
Game's starting.
Game is about to start.
I got to change the channel.
You want to sign off with any words there, Camo?
Go Hogs.
Woo damn pig. That's all I got to say.
Woo damn pig. Let's hear this tonight a lot. Let's end with it. Hey, go Hogs.
Longhorns down.